Today, we are going to unveil the simple algebraic success formula and discover the X factor that makes dreams come true. Howdy doody, everyone. I'm Eli's dad, and welcome back to Project Eli, where we educate, lead, and inspire. Please take your seats, put all your books under your seat, and pay attention as I go up to the board with a math problem. Grab a pencil and a piece of paper, please. Today, we will assess if you are smarter than a fifth grader. Let's check your algebra. Here's your problem. Please write it down. 3x plus 4 equals 25. Solve. Okay, we start with the rule. Whatever you do to one side of the equation, you must do to the other side. Second, we experiment with trial and error. Now, if we divide both sides by 3, does that help us? Nah. But what if we subtract 4 from each side? Ding, 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 ding. Okay. Now let's divide each side by 3. 7 is heaven. To find x, you must exert the same action on each side of the equation and in the right order. Sometimes you'll see the right order immediately. Other times, it will require trial and error and creativity to identify the correct sequence to find the solution. Eli, are you chewing gum in my class? Now, there are two sides to the equation when you pursue the formula for success. First, there's the mental side. Here are your proper questions. What does your desired outcome look like? Also known as visualization. How badly do I want to achieve that outcome? What is your why? What are the features, advantages, and benefits to be enjoyed when it is achieved? What are the disadvantages, obstacles, and negative circumstances that result when it is not achieved? What other activity is available to spike the results? What unique paradigm may I employ to change the way I look at the problem that can create a different approach? What is my prevailing attitude? Am I looking at a problem or an unsolved opportunity? A problem or a challenge? Is my focus like a laser, or is it casual and distracted? Clearly, class, one side of the equation is entirely mental. Hey, all eyes up here. Now, the other side of the equation is physical. It requires action. Is the action precise and forceful? Does it cause a reaction that must be factored into the equation? Is the action being taken measurable? How can the changes that result be fine-tuned? Is the action duplicatable and/or can a system be created? What skills and tools are required to complete the action? What training is needed to acquire the necessary skills? And most importantly, do I need to change my direction or my strategy? So, what is the X factor? Very simply, it's giving 100% effort to both sides of the equation. Here's why. If you want to receive universal inspiration, that is divine help, the sixth sense, enabling your subconscious mind, and so on, you must activate your belief gene and your Y chromosome to their maximum degrees. This 100% mental effort enables you to get started and overcome the negative aspect of the law of inertia. That is, if your body's at rest, it will remain at rest. It will also activate the positive side of the law of inertia. If your body is in motion, it'll stay in motion. Now, the job of the left side of the equation for success, the mental side, is to get you started from a dead stop and keep you in motion. Now, just as a rocket requires the largest expenditure of fuel to launch itself, we do too. That fuel, the belief gene. To maintain movement within the planetary atmosphere, the rocket needs a steady influx of continuous fuel. We do too. The Y chromosome. Now, once the rocket leaves the earthly atmosphere of gravity that pulls it down, which is also known as the forces of human mediocrity and conformity, and overcomes the limitations therein, the positive aspect of the law of inertia becomes the dominant force, keeping you in persistent motion. Now that is the objective of the mental side of the equation, to partner with the universal mind to get you started and to keep you in forward motion. That is your persistence. It is to establish momentum. Now we know that there will be adjustments to be made on the action side of the equation when we shoot for the moon. That's why we have a gyroscope. It enables us to measure the action taken and adjust our course. That's how we reach our destination. We fire the engine's thrusters as needed and fine-tune continuously. Now, to recognize whether a course of action needs adjustment requires a 100% effort. Anything less leaves to question whether the action taken failed because there was not a maximum expenditure of persistence and effort, or because the strategy was not right. Now, when you put forth the full effort and fail, you know that you need a new strategy to reach the goal, often with a new paradigm. 100% effort gives you the certainty needed to answer the critical question. Do I need to change or tweak my strategy? When that becomes necessary, you can then search for a new starting line with confidence and without regret. You GPS yourself to success. Each new starting line brings you that much closer to the finish line. Solving the algebraic question for success requires 100% effort on both the mental and physical sides of the equation. Now here's a quote from one of today's greats. Quote, "Be true to the game, because the game will be true to you. If you try to shortcut the game, then the game will shortcut you. If you put forth the effort, good things will be bestowed upon you. That's truly about the game, and in some ways, that's about life too." Unquote. That's from Mr. Michael Jordan. Now, I'll put Mr. Jordan's quote in the description box below. And class, don't forget your permission slips. To be a success, you don't need anyone's signed permission slip except your own. Class dismissed. Now, next time we get together, we'll examine how to seize the day, or, because I love subtitles, on your mark, get set, go. Now, if you found today's lesson valuable, please share it with your friends. And don't forget to review the description box. I've enclosed the proper questions that you should ask yourself to ensure your success. Our thought for the day is from John C. Maxwell. He says, "There is no box so big that it can't be thought out of. Seize the day." And leaders don't move their people until they find out what moves their people. And because we never end a meeting on a philosophical note, get out there and charge. I'm Eli's dad.